Welcome to Car Sales Talk 101, where it's all about life in the car business. Telling you like it is. Here's the man with the plan, Terry Cameron. Let's get started.
Welcome back to Car Sales Talk 101. I'm Terry Cameron. Thanks for hanging out again with me this week. Before we get started, just a quick reminder to hop on over to Apple iTunes or whatever platform you listen to this podcast on and write a review and give me a rating. I really do appreciate it. This week we want to talk about something that I think I might have mentioned maybe once or twice in a previous episode, and it's about selling the Addendum sticker. Now, many years ago, let's just say 31, 32 years ago, when I first started in the car business, we had an Addendum sticker on our car at the dealership I worked for. Now, let me explain what an Addendum sticker is. It's added profit. That's what it is. It's added profit. It's another sticker that goes alongside of the Maroli label that lists mop and glow or paint sealant, fabric guard, whatever you want to call it, mud guards, spare tire kits, tinted windows, things like that are added to the MSRP with some markup in it to give you an opportunity to make some additional gross profit. And we all know how hard it is to make gross profit nowadays. So back to where I started talking about. When I first got in the car business, we had an Addendum sticker of $995. So in other words, if the car that we were selling listed for $20,000, the Addendum sticker showed it was $20,995. I didn't know any difference. None whatsoever when I first started. So I was told that that Addendum sticker had the selling price on it. So that's what I sold from. Every time I wrote down the price, I wrote down the price that was at the bottom of that Addendum sticker because I didn't know any better. And let me tell you, because I didn't know any better, I did it every single time, and I can't remember anybody ever arguing about it. Now, I know we had some customers. I had some customers that, hey, I don't want to pay for this. I don't want to pay for that. I don't need all that. Well, that was few and far between. I just asked for it. Remember what I said before. Ask for it all. Take what you can get. Now, I had a salesperson ask me a couple of days ago hey, maybe you ought to do this podcast on how to sell the Addendum, since that's what we're doing right now. And boy, have Addendums changed. Right now on some vehicles, and just for example, I'll give you a Kia Telluride. I've seen Addendums from different dealerships anywhere from $5,000 to $12,000. All of that is markup. That's profit. There's nothing wrong with that because it's a supply and demand thing. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to sell them cheap, you're going to be out of them real quick, and you can't replace those vehicles fast. So there is a legitimate reason to mark them up. Now, $12,000, I don't know about that, but yeah, a few $1,000s maybe. So the Addendum stickers that I started with are about $900, and that was a long time ago, and it was still a lot of money. To the ones that we have right now on just our standard cars, I think right now it's closer to $1,500 is what we have on our car. And I know that every time we start with that number, with that package, with whatever the additional monies that we added to the MSRP is, we make more money. Now, is everything on there free? Absolutely not. If the Addendum sticker states that it's a $1,500 markup on that vehicle for window tint, nitrogen in the tires, mud guards, paint sealant, fabric guard, whatever it is, as long as it's on the vehicle, it's legitimate. Now, what I would recommend you doing if somebody said, hey, I don't want that, well then break out a piece of paper and go over every feature that's on the Addendum. Is there a benefit to having your windows tinted? Absolutely there is. I mean, it's going to be a lot more comfortable in the car. It gives you a little bit more privacy, and it looks better. Now, if you've got your window tint listed for a four-door sedan for $599, well, you know that it's not $599, but there is a cost to it. So if the customer doesn't want to pay the $599 for the window tint, but they do want the window tint, just ask them, what do you think is a fair price for the window tint? And before they get a chance to answer, make sure you explain that yours has a lifetime warranty. And you know what they're going for at other places. I think right now I see window tint being put on it with lifetime warranties and top of the line, great, awesome grade tint materials, and they're $199 up to $299. you know what? Most of your customers are going to go have that done anyway after they purchase the car from you. So make sure you sell the window tint. There's a benefit to it. If they don't want to pay the $5.99, then sell it to them for $3.99. Whatever you have to do. The mud guards, the fabric protector, the paint sealant, all of that has a cost associated with it. Is it going to be the full price? Absolutely not. But either is a Maroney sticker. That's got the MSRP. That's not everything. There's a profit built into that. Not near as much as there used to be, or I guess I should say not near as much as we'd like it to be, but there is a profit in that. I guess if I want to say the most important thing that you need to know about the addendum sticker is don't be afraid of it. Just ask for it. And I don't want to brag, but we just started doing this, I guess, on a consistent basis, maybe 2 months ago. And over the past 2 months, we've set records, not just on units, but on gross profit per retail. It's going up. And I can tell you that almost never does the customer complain about that. Now, what if they do? Well, who cares? It just gives us more room to work with, to negotiate from. Instead of having a $700 markup, now we've got a $1,900 markup. And if the customer wants to negotiate a little bit, chances are we're going to end up with more gross than we would have started with without the addendum. So don't be afraid of it. Show the customer what it is. As a matter of fact, I remember selling these things and I just pointed at the number saying this is the price. And there was nothing else I had to do, because we know for a fact that price is not the issue anyway. It's that budget. It's that monthly payment. It's how much can they afford, and what am I getting for my money? Is there enough value here? I mean, if we don't do a good job on the presentation and demonstration, it's going to be hard to get any money out of the customer, let alone an extra $500-$600 up above and beyond the MSRP. It's getting to the point now where MSRP is the starting point. That's where we start at, and then we negotiate up. Customers are seeing that. They know that this is a seller's market. They know it, and they know the supply is low and the demand is high. And if they want to get that new car or that pre-owned car before the roof is blown off of them also, then they're going to have to step up right away. Again, I want to back up one more time. Don't be afraid of the addendum. Whatever that payment is on, or the price is on that addendum, that's where you should start, right there. What kind of things can we put on the addendum? Let's think about that. And what can we talk to them about? Okay, the window tint, that's on almost every addendum. Paint sealant, fabric guard. There's nitrogen in the tires. There's, I'm not sure if I said it or not, mud guards, spare tire kits, pinstriping. There's all kinds of things that can be added to the addendum. And every one of those has a retail value and a wholesale value or cost to it. So we can't deduct the entire thing because then we lose money. But we ought to be able to sell some of it. As a matter of fact, if you give your customers that opportunity to choose by listing, hey, it has window tint, it has mud guards, it has fabric protection, it has pinstripes, which one of those are most important to you? And then let them choose the ones they want. And again, you only do this if they're going to freak out over the addendum. But again, if you act like it's normal, if you just hit them with that number, don't make a big deal out of it. That's where you're going to start from. Your grosses are going to be higher. You're going to make more money. Your customers are going to be happier because they've got this additional protection on their vehicle. And if it weren't for you, they would have never gotten it, never known just how important it is. So know the products that are on your addendum and know how to sell them. That paint sealant, man, is that not an awesome thing to have in this hot Texas sun? What about the window tint? What about the GPS system that we've added? Know what the benefits are to them and sell the benefits on them, just as you would sell the benefit to having navigation or lane keep assist or blind spot monitoring. They all have a value, and if you can explain it and demonstrate them properly, people will pay for them. It's a piece of cake. The moral of this story is ask for it all, take what you can get. Start at the highest possible point, regardless what they said, regardless what was on the internet. Start at the highest point, which is that price after you add the addendum, and see what happens to your income. I guarantee it's going to go up. Don't be afraid. And remember, the sky's the limit. I'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode. Please rate it and write a review on Apple Podcasts. We appreciate your valuable feedback. You can email Terry at 10minutesalestalk@hot.rr.com. And don't forget to share the show with a friend.